Okay. As you see, I'll be reading some scripts just to get a better understanding of everything. So today I can, as a peer nutrition educator, I can provide you education working with Gretchen within 3 topics. So they're going to be eating on a budget, reading a nutrition label, or eating a balanced diet. All right. Do any of these topics sound interesting?
Yes.
Which one?
The balanced diet.
The balanced diet? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be taking notes for the whole time, so don't forget. I'll stop in between, so it's not sort of disruptive.
Okay.
All right. So just a little housekeeping. This is just a permission interview agreement. Permission. None of your information is gonna be shared. Only people are gonna know is me and Gretchen.
Okay.
So nobody else will be able to see this information I'm writing or anything like that. So if you could.
Okay. So are you a dietitian like Gretchen too? Okay.
Well, we're dietetics students, so going through the program right now.
Yeah, we're seniors.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How's that going?
It's going.
That's good.
So going through this whole process, if you feel uncomfortable or anything, please let me know. Okay,
Sure,
I'm not trying to make anything weird or anything like
Yeah.
that. So, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior too.
Senior, and what
Year,
what
yeah.
what is your new study?
It's German. Yeah, I switched it from pre-nursing to German.
Pre-nursing to German.
Yeah, it's a weird switch, but.
What made you switch?
Well, it's easier to graduate with a German major, and so my end goal is still nursing, so I'll just go to grad school for nursing. Yeah.
Okay, so you just made it so
It
easier
worked,
to
yeah.
Where are you looking to go?
I don't know yet. I still haven't decided. I want to try to stay in the Bay Area, because there's a lot of nursing schools around here, so maybe around this area.
Do you have like a specific area you want to go into? In nursing?
No, not yet. I'm pretty open to everything so
That's
far.
good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, my wife's a nurse, so
Oh yeah?
yeah, so be open because
Okay,
don't
good.
pigeonhole yourself.
Yeah.
Truthfully, like everybody goes into like, labor and delivery, and it's like a huge. Everybody loves that part,
Yeah.
but you look at everything because like she did the same thing. She actually went into oncology,
Ooh.
and then went into OR.
Nice. Yeah, the OR. That's one of my like main.
That one
interests.
nobody goes into. I'll tell you right now,
Okay.
it's very very middle in sense of
Very
people
good.
going in. So.
Then I might have a spot.
There you go. Trust me. I mean, there's people like actually asked to go into it,
Okay.
not were put into it.
Okay. Nice.
It's very small. So she teaches people too. So I know this all.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you live on campus or off campus?
Off campus.
How far away is your commute to here?
It's in Bayview, so it depends. Sometimes it takes like 10 minutes. Other times it takes 20 minutes. So.
Okay. Is it? Do you drive by car
Yes.
or? Okay.
Yeah, I drive.
How do you like it so far? I mean, how do you like it out there? Okay.
Driving in the city sucks.
Yeah.
People are kind of.
I know. I drive from really far away. So.
So you know.
Yeah, I know. I actually got irritated today.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now we're gonna get into more of like an ideal thing of nutrition. So, how often do you buy meals out on typically weekday?
Maybe 3 times a week.
So I would say if I was thinking it'd be maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes.
All right. How often do you buy meals on the weekend?
Usually maybe like once on a Sunday, like for breakfast.
Okay. And then how often do you buy like snacks out?
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a moment and review everything pretty much and give you an idea of you're pretty much right in the middle of everything in sense of
Okay.
eating out. Eating out.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go out, what do you feel like when you eat? Do you try to eat healthy? Do you try to look for things, or is it more like on the go, ready to go?
Well, I mean, around here, I usually just stick to like Blaze and Chipotle, where it's like when I do go out, so it's like quick and it's not like the healthiest. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I try to stay healthy because I've been trying to eat healthier too. So.
What about your snacks? I mean, what are they?
Those are usually healthy. I usually have like fruit or nuts or something like that, or just grab like a salad from somewhere or something.
Alright. So snacks are where you really do good. It's when you're hungry, you need to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I end up eating way too much, and then I feel super full and all groggy and nasty.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Alright. So now what we're gonna do is called the 24-hour recall. So we have we're gonna ask you to talking about the food and beverage you had and snacks during the last 24 hours, starting the time that you woke up.
Okay.
And we're gonna do this in a 3-pass system. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over it once just to try to get everything down, and then we'll go back over it again
Okay.
to review and recall, make sure that we got it all down.
Okay.
So, yesterday, what was the first thing you had when you woke up?
Eggs.
And what time was that? Remember?
Maybe around like 9:30.
And about using maybe some of this right here that we have, these golf balls, these cards, CDs,
Okay.
about how many eggs did you have, or was it scrambled?
Yeah, it was scrambled. I think I used 3 scrambled eggs. So I'm not sure what that would qualify as those.
So, how big was it when it was done? You can-
Maybe 2 like deck sizes.
2 deck sizes?
Yeah.
Two sided decks, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what was the next thing you had?
Yesterday I didn't eat that much actually. It was a normal day for me. The next thing that I had was 2 slices of pizza at like 9 o'clock. So
At 9 p.m.?
yes, at
So
9
they're from
p.m.
9, okay.
Yeah. Yesterday I did not take care of my body as well as I should have.
And about how big were those pizzas?
They were decent size. They're like this big maybe.
So if we had,
Where's
Um,
the CD case?
yeah. If I had like a CD case, you know, going like this,
Oh, yeah.
your case of it, would that be
It would be
almost,
a little bit bigger than that.
so almost a little bit bigger than a CD case?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Oh, I actually have a banana.
okay, and what time was that?
That was around like evening-ish, probably like 4 or 5.
About how big was the banana?
Just like it wasn't one of those small ones, but it also wasn't one of the huge bananas that they have. It was a pretty like decent medium size. I don't know.
It's, yeah, the banana, would you say it was like 2 deck of cards, 3 deck of cards long, but not as wide?
Probably 3.
Okay. And then like, was it like the size of this ping pong ball going
Yeah.
across? Okay. Alright. So, what about, did you have anything, like with your eggs in the morning, like water, soda,
I had
oranges?
coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. And then how big of a cup was that?
It was probably just like a full cup of coffee. It was like a small coffee cup type thing.
A little
Yeah.
bit, about that size?
Yeah. And then I also had a piece of toast with my eggs.
Okay.
Just one piece of bread.
Is it just pretty much like a normal size,
Mhm.
you know, if I had a CD case again? if it
Yeah,
was a CD case?
exactly. CD case, yeah.
Okay. And then, so nothing else from, did you have anything between 9 and 4?
Mm-mm.
Alright, so right now at 9:30 we had eggs scrambled. Was there anything else on top of the eggs with it? Anything mixed in?
I mean, I put soy chorizo.
Okay.
It's delicious.
And how much did you put on that?
Probably like one of those ping pong ball sizes.
Okay. Did you mix the eggs with anything to make it you know, sometimes I can mix it with milk or water to make it fluffier.
I put I think it was almond milk that I mixed in with it.
Do you know about how much of the almond milk?
Maybe like a third cup. And I put Tapatio on the top of the eggs, if that counts.
Everything does. Okay. With the toast, was it dry or?
Yeah, that's right.
And coffee black or with cream?
I put half and half in it. Probably that's about like third or half cup.
And then, did you have anything else between like water or anything between?
Throughout the day, I drank 2 of my 32-ounce hydro flasks
Okay.
of water.
And you don't know exactly, but it's fine. What
Yeah.
you say. And then did you have, so then we had a banana at 4 o'clock, about 3 deck cards long, 1 ping pong ball size wide. And then at 9 you had 2 pieces of pizza, a little bigger than a CD case. Anything else with that pizza or?
Well, I mean, I dipped it in ranch, if that counts. And then I had, what did I have? I didn't have anything to drink just besides more water,
Okay.
so,
So just another, was it with your hydro flask?
yeah.
Okay. Alright, anything else after that?
I had a glass of Earl Grey tea, actually.
Okay, and what time, do you remember what time that was?
That was later, that was probably around like 10 or 11.
And then how big of a class was it?
That was quite a bit, that was maybe like a cup and a half, almost 2 cups probably.
And then 10 o'clock, and then after that, anything else? More water, or was it pretty much done for the day?
That was, yeah,
Okay.
that was it.
Okay. And you said, is this the usual day for you?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
Okay. Alright. So, can you give me just an idea of just so I can see what maybe like a usual day would be in the
Yeah,
sense of
of
just like
course,
not, you
yeah.
don't have to give me exactly what you're eating, but do you usually have breakfast and you have it like
Yeah, I usually wake up and have breakfast with oatmeal and then usually strawberries and blueberries. And then for lunch, I kind of just have something lighter, like a salad maybe, or maybe I'll get like a bagel from one of the on-campus places. And then for dinner, I'm vegetarian, so I have tofu with rice, beans, and some veggies. And that's usually what my day is. And then I'll snack on like nuts and stuff like that throughout the day.
Okay. And you have some nuts.
from Trader Joe's, yeah.
Okay. And you also try to drink your water, pretty much the same thing all throughout
Yeah,
the day.
I usually only drink water.
Okay. Alright, that just gives me a better.
Yeah.
I know it's hard sometimes. 'cause
Yesterday was weird.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. That's why I
Yeah.
wanted to know, because you said it wasn't usual and you said it twice, so it's sort
Yeah.
of, I wanted to see, get a better understanding of what you usually normally eat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's days where you cheat and or you just don't have,
Yeah.
don't have time, so it's okay.
Last 2 days I cheated. So.
Alright, well, so thank you very much for giving this information. So, the nutrition topic we're interested in is pretty much to eat a balanced diet. So, is this still something we wanna talk more about?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, for me, because I'm vegetarian, I'm still trying to figure out like decent meals for lunch, because I never know what to have for lunch, because nothing that I ever eat usually like makes me full.
Okay.
And then sometimes I'll end up like just eating something that I shouldn't because I'm still hungry.
You just- I would say, we'll go over some things on my computer, and I'll show you some slides, and then I'll get you some printouts.
Sure.
And then also, I'll refer you to an actual person that is vegan also.
Oh yeah?
You
Oh nice.
She actually might help you out with things if you have
Cool.
questions. I mean, just on the side.
Yeah.
could always email me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
actually has some good food recipes that she probably can help you out.
Okay, cool. Cause that's my goal, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, 'cause I know what you mean. It's hard sometimes to figure out what to eat.
Yeah.
Trust me. I mean, we were in China for school, and it was really hard for her sometimes to figure out what to eat because of the fact that there was a lot of us together, and it wasn't just like an easy option just to go, oh,
Yeah.
I can grab this, but
Yeah.
she made it work.
Good.
So it can happen. It's easy.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it's easy, but it can happen.
It's practice.
It does. And it's just good to have someone else who's doing the same thing
Yeah,
as you.
exactly.
You
Who
know,
knows what's going on?
she just could give you some ideas for foods.
Sure. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. All right. Let me just pull this up.
Is this the sheet?
Yeah, because
Yeah. Is it not in the binder?
they have the binder.
Oh. Whoops.
Dang.
That's all right. They usually have binder. I can just pull it open, but I just realized that we're sort of.
Yeah, your situation is different because like we were traveling for school, so like our schedule got messed up.
Okay.
So like we had to schedule stuff differently than everyone else.
Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's kind of irritating.
It worked out fine though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
I got it right here on my computer, so we'll go over some things. So let's go over things. All right, so eating on a balanced diet. Or I mean, that's eating tips on a budget. That's not the one I wanted. Sorry, it just moved. There it is, balanced
There
diet.
we go.
All right. So pretty much, have you heard of My Plate?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's mentioned.
She
that
mentioned that in comments. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually really nice because it really does give you a whole pyramid of like the food.
Mm-hmm.
And it really breaks it all down. Of course, you're not gonna touch the meat part,
Yeah.
but so the key is pretty much what they want to say is just add vegetables and fruit to every meal and snack.
Okay.
Literally try to put one in there every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just important. It's just a rule of thumb is to make half your plate fruit and vegetables.
Okay.
For you, it's more of like a full plate of fruit and vegetables,
Yeah.
but
Grains.
grains too. I'm just joking. Just kidding. So because they are very high in like nutrients, minerals. You don't always have to buy like fresh and organic. You know, sometimes the frozen stuff can actually be pretty good for you too.
Mhm.
Just the key is to look at the label and make sure it's not like high in sugars and all that.
Yeah.
that you don't want.
Added sugars and stuff.
Of course, to eat the dark and green, orange, starchy vegetables are really good.
Okay.
The cool thing too is if you want to really stick on it too, another to do is to look at the sheet and see if there's any foods you really like to eat. Reference the 24-hour recall. So if you have one like this, you can go back through and say, okay, what did I eat there? That was good, and recall yourself.
Yeah.
So of course it says animals, but then also nuts that you eat, soy, fish. If you don't eat fish, you eat fish. Beans, peas are really good. Source of protein. Curry.
Curry's so good.
Again, she said grains too. So divide the grains into two separate whole and refined grains.
Okay.
And what I'll do is we'll get you this too. We'll email this to you so you can sort of
Awesome.
look it over. Dairy, of course, you're going to be looking at more of the almond milk and all that. But just look at the content on the back. Read the label.
Okay.
As you can see. Oils also. Oils are essential oils. The best ones, of course, are like going to be your olive oil, and eating the fats with that too would be like the avocado.
Okay.
They're really good. Of course, they just say limit foods, alcohol, high sugar foods, and high saturated foods. Key thing here: tips: eat every 4 hours.
Okay.
Or try to eat every 4 hours. So if you normal day, you're eating that snack in between your lunch, which is what they want to see. It'll keep your energy up and also allow you to not overeat during other times. Portion controls, oversized portions. Don't use your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Remember,
Yeah.
a lot of times is your fist is
Yeah.
a good size for everything.
I used to eat my dinner in a bowl, And then Gretchen recommended to try it out on a plate, and I realized how much rice I was actually eating, because I would just like scoop it in, and then I wouldn't like see like how much is actually in there. So I learned a lot when I put it onto a plate.
Yeah.
So I was eating a lot more than I should have.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's something that I need to focus on too.
I mean, tennis ball size. Tennis ball size is a lot of things like a rice. So you have it. There it is.
Okay.
You know, for meat, it's usually nothing more than my fist.
Okay.
You know, for rice and grains, it could be about tennis ball or a little less. I mean, that's the key size things. But yeah, plates are the best thing because it lays it out for you.
And then like the visual part of like seeing how much food you're eating too probably plays a role. So.
And then actually be able to see also the fruits, the colors.
Yeah.
So you can see the different colors you're eating. Because if you all eat the same, it's sort of
not as appealing.
Exactly. All right. So those are just some things. We'll get you this form. We usually have it. Unfortunately, we don't have the binder, but we'll email this to you. I don't want you to leave without it. All right. So. Let's see. So my mentor has reviewed the information that I'm going to share with you and relate to your selected topic. What I like to do for now is think about a topic that you selected and the information you shared. I'd like us to work together to create a SMART goal at the level that you will indicate in just a second. This SMART goal stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Okay. The most successful lifestyle change occurs when you make a SMART goal and you understand the level of motivation readiness for this goal.
Okay.
So, how motivated are you right now from a series from 1 to 10 to really change to achieve the goal you set in the beginning? 8. Okay. All right. So you say you're 8 in confidence. Do you feel like you really can push through and get this, change your habits? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sort of go through and let's figure out something that we can make as a goal for you.
Okay.
Since your readiness is an 8, that's from its high. You're ready to go for it. You're ready to change, which is awesome. So let's figure this out. So with what we went over and with what I just showed you on here, do you see any things that you could take away and use?
Yeah, about like the portions and the type of colored vegetables that I should be eating, because I usually just eat like zucchini and stuff like that. So I do need to focus on different types of vegetables.
All right, so what would you say would be one that you feel like you could start with? Like out of those 3 you just told me. Variety?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's hard for me, because cooking is not my strong suit, so I like to stick with something that I know that tastes good.
Okay.
So,
right.
Yeah, definitely need to learn how to mix things up.
So a variety. Let's say each day, at least one meal, you create a variety.
Okay.
And you change it up every day.
Yeah.
Would that be something you feel like you can
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, one meal. So, again, we're going to say one meal each day with a variety of food different from the last time.
Okay.
Start with that. Work your way. And it's at least allow you to look and see and try different foods, because you can always mix and match as you go forward. And then try to, incorporate that into more than just once and go into it twice.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would be a really good goal for you.
Yeah.
Do you see any, do you see any things that might stop you in doing this?
Maybe time, like preparation time for the meal changes, and if I need to, going to the store
Okay,
to get the different things.
alright. How would you think about overcoming this? Over that time?
Probably like planning out what my different meals would be, and then getting all the stuff that I need, so I don't have to go like back and forth.
So do a little more research
Yeah.
ahead of time, just
Yeah.
so you can get an understanding,
Probably.
which would also help, I think, also if you do a little research to help understand what other foods might be out there, because you might come across
Yeah.
something else you haven't tried.
Exactly.
And then using resources, of course, is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, do you have anybody around that maybe can help you support you in this sort of change?
Yeah, my roommate, she's actually vegetarian too.
Okay.
So every once in a while we'll like cook together or something. And yeah.
Oh, okay. Does she have, is she the sort of the same way as you, where she's trying to figure out foods too, or does she have a really good grasp on things?
She's strange. She's like the vegetarian that eats like not the best foods. Like she'll have like the chips and stuff, you know, like not the healthy vegetarian, like the midline.
Okay.
vegetarian.
Okay,
So
maybe you guys could work to help each
yeah,
other
we'll
out.
like learn together.
There you go. Yeah, that's the best way to do it,
Yeah.
I think. Alright, after talking about this, how do you feel about the school now?
Definitely attainable.
Yeah,
Something I can do.
it's something that feels like you can help you progress in
Mhm.
for the future too?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright. So pretty much you have gone through, we've done the review, we've done your SMART goal. Is there any other questions you have that, you know, about a balanced diet before we can wrap up and get you all the information you need?
How much is a tennis ball? Is that like a cup, a half cup? Half cup.
Half cup. Well, I'd say it's gonna be about a half cup. Between the half and a third. But I would say a half cup because of the right there, so.
And then what about like the portion sizes of the vegetables? Like how much is recommended?
The vegetables, it's
Maybe
like,
like a couple handfuls?
I would stick to almost like a fist size. You don't wanna go overboard and again, put
Yeah.
3 big things and then have like a cup or, a small thing you don't need at all.
Okay.
You know,
3 to 5 servings a day.
yeah, but I mean the size, do you have any other recommendations for the size?
I mean, go to town with vegetables.
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, just, that's what I said, just don't
Okay.
make it I mean, I would stick to 1 or 2 on the
Yeah.
fist, just cause you don't wanna be, a cup, full to 2, 3 cups is fine, but
Yeah.
don't put more than on the plate than you can eat, of course.
Yeah,
and then you're
that's
just sort
true. Yeah.
of, but vegetables are not, and that's why I say I don't really have like a,
Okay.
exact, it's meats,
Just your heart's desire.
are gonna be the fist full,
Okay.
everything else is, for me it's a handful like this, which is,
Okay.
makes more than a cup, it's
Yeah.
usually about 3 cups for my hand, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, vegetables, I mean,
Okay.
if they're gonna be, they're not gonna have extra like fats on them or anything, or
Mhm.
soaked or fried, then
Mhm.
go to town, I mean,
Yeah.
they're really good.
Just to let you know, the thing that we'll send you, that one's like the really detailed one, but the one we'll send you has like lists for every food group. So if you're
Okay.
looking for a variety, it
Yeah.
will have like every, I'm sure it's not every food, but like a ton
Yeah.
from each food group.
And
So
those
that
are
might
the
help.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then,
That makes sense.
she has some really good research for vegetables, I know my
Okay.
majority of my vegetables, what's the one we found in China, it was,
Lotus root.
lotus root, oh my god, that stuff was
Ooh.
amazing.
Okay.
It was also glazed and like.
It was a little glazed, but no, on that one, it was by itself, it was white.
Oh yeah,
There
the
was-
soup and the soup.
Yeah, so, I mean, I even ate it and was, I ate the whole thing, I was like,
Yeah.
but lotus root was really good.
Okay.
But I mean, there's things like that you just gotta go out and try.
Yeah.
I mean, we were walking around in China and we just saw all these different fruits that were just like
That's
eye opening.
awesome. Is that where you guys were traveling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So it was
That must have been awesome.
it was eye opening, and it just, I mean,
Do they have all the markets with like the fresh food and everything out and
Yeah, it's
stuff
funny.
like that?
They're like yelling across the market. It's just like it's
That's
so
awesome.
yeah, it is really cool. So I mean, yeah, ask us if you have questions. I mean,
Okay.
we're sort of going through our process right now as seniors also. So, you know, for us to just give you some ideas of foods, we could totally do that.
Okay.
Um, you know, help out in any which way. Like I said, I'm not a vegetarian, unfortunately, but
yeah.
I do know some vegetables and
Yeah.
everything. But there's always people out there that we could always ask,
Okay.
not just to help.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for your readiness to sort of get out there and get started? I mean,
Mhm.
I just feel like I think you're right on the right steps. You know, again, what's the goal we're gonna do?
Change one meal.
A variety of
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna make sure that you have, like you said, just go over everything. Is your disadvantage you think that like you're gonna have no time,
Mm-hmm.
but you feel like you can plan ahead and do research.
Yes.
And I think using a roommate, even though she's not eating the healthiest, I think would help her change.
Yeah.
Maybe some foods actually
Yeah.
taste better than they think. You
Mhm.
know, when she actually cook it up.
Because it's weird. She literally will have black beans inside hamburger buns. And that's what she has for dinner sometimes. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's food, but still.
You know, some people like. I mean, there's black bean patties and all that
Yeah.
too. So I mean,
But that's it. I'm like, what?
yeah.
What is that food?
See, that's where you look at it and say, okay, where's that green? Where's the
Yeah.
color?
Exactly, yeah.
You know, where's the rainbow? That's what sometimes they say.
Let's
Where's the
taste the rainbow.
Exactly. I mean, it is. It's really good. All right. Oh well, thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah,
Um,
of course. Thank
you know,
guys for your
again,
time.
If you have any questions, let us know.
Okay.
You know, we'd love to help and see whatever we can do, as much as we can do.
Okay.
And enjoy your rest of time and good luck on graduation and making it on
Yeah,
in
thank
nursing.
So
you. You guys
exciting.
too. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
getting so close.
Senior.
Yeah, I know. And if you look up, I live up north, so
Uh-huh.
if you go up north, I can tell you where to go.
Okay. Heck
So,
yeah.
in
Where's
nursing,
your wife end up going for school?
Sonoma State.
Oh yeah, that was one of my other choices too.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a really good
it's
school.
a
What
really
are your
good-
other choices?
Well, all the CSUs have nursing schools. It just depends if I want to do the bachelor's level or the master's level, because I also haven't decided on that yet. Because here you can't do it if you have more than 96 units, and I'll be graduating, so I'll have
Okay.
like 120 something units. So I don't know why they have it like that. So I can't go here. But yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know
Well,
why
if
they
you go
have it
up
like that.
north, I mean they have the JC. Well, the JC is a sort of undergrad, but they have a bridge program too.
Oh, yeah.
Do you commute?
She's like 10 minutes on baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too far.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I could technically go anywhere. I don't really have any like.
Is Cal State East
Restrictions.
Bay? I know that's on the other side.
Yeah,
Is that
I've
an
heard of,
option?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that does have a nursing school. I've heard of that one
Okay.
before.
And then there's one in Marin too. I have a buddy going to.
Oh yeah.
That wouldn't be too far.
No,
Yeah.
Like if
but
you're
they
planning
and
on
they do
staying.
they do all their stuff all over the Bay Area.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
I'm gonna turn this off.
Yeah, go ahead.